Morning, everybody. Almost at the end of the week, last video of the week. I hope you're doing really well. I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible. I know my last few videos have been like 15 plus minutes. I appreciate that you guys are watching them, interacting with them. I just really quickly want to start this video by saying I want to know from you guys if you want to have more Google Meets. I've been reserving Google Meets for individual questions, which a lot of people have been taking advantage of, or like chat, just like chatting and getting caught up on things or reviewing stuff. And it seems to be working well, but I also want to make sure that I'm meeting your needs. And this is so hard because I don't really have a platform to like ask you guys all at the same time and get immediate feedback. So the reason why I haven't been doing Google Meets every class period, like for everybody, is because I just don't think they're that effective. I think that the attendance is relatively low. But what I was thinking was maybe I could do a 5 to 10 minute like Google Meet every class period and just check in with you guys and have it open to do some follow-up questions or some like announcement type stuff for people that want to get in there and see each other's faces. I don't know. So this is what I'm going to do. On the attendance form, which is getting posted on Wednesday, I'm going to have a question on there saying like, do you want more Google Meets? Yes or no. It's something like that. Please answer that on the attendance form, and then that'll kind of help me build my lessons going forward. So yeah, I just want to meet your needs. If you feel like we need more Google Meets, or if you want more interaction with me, and would be more comfortable doing it as a group rather than as an individual, just let me know. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our lesson for the day. We're doing something kind of different and kind of fun. Who knows? Right, let's see here. Share. All right, so first things first. You don't have a warm-up today because we're going to be doing something a little bit different on a Padlet. So your warm-up for your Wednesday or Thursday, so my second and third, your Wednesday work, 6th and 7th, your Thursday work, it's going to be blank. So don't worry about that. Just leave it blank. All right. Hope you're doing okay. Things are doing fine here. It's cold today and I'm bummed out about it, but we're powering through. Again, I'm so chatty in my videos. I'm really trying to like pare it down. So I hope you're fine. Okay, let's move on. Just a quick reminder that the double entry diary for change is due this Friday. That's April 24th. Also, the attendance check-in that was posted on Wednesday is due by the end of the day on Thursday. That helps me know who's been checking in, who's been doing who's been checking their email. Again, please make sure you check your email. That's really, really important you check your email. All right, get blasted through. So this is our like warm-up today. I want to see your double entry diary entries, and I want you to share them, and we're doing that in a public way. So up on Google Classroom, there's going to be a link to this thing called a Padlet, and Padlet is like a digital board where you could post things, and it almost looks like a bulletin board with sticky notes. So I'm going to show you what it looks like, and I'm going to show you what the format of it's going to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop to the next slide to show you the format, and then I'm going to go to the actual Padlet so you can see what it looks like. So this is what the format's going to be. The first thing that I want you to do is I want you to write down the quote from the book with the page number. So that's the stuff on your left. When you're looking at your double entry diary entries, on the left-hand side is the stuff from the book. So the page number and the quote. And then right underneath that, I want you to write your thoughts. So the stuff on the right-hand side. So you're not writing anything new. You're just grabbing one of your double entry diary entries from your DED, and you're just cutting or copying and pasting it right into this Padlet. All right, so you're going to copy the stuff on the left first from the book, and then underneath that, you're going to copy the stuff on the right. So You'll see here one that I just picked out at random. So on page 104, the quote from the book is, "Yes, sir, I hesitated, and you'll soon help my sister and me get home." His eyes darted to his companions and then back to me. "I shall do what is in my power," he promised. So there's the quote from the book. And then underneath that is my reaction. Wow, this doesn't sound very promising. The way the author said his eyes darted to the other people in the room makes me think that he isn't going to do anything to help Isabel find freedom. I already don't like him. So that's my reaction to that quote. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what it looks like. So the link to the Padlet is posted on Google Classroom right in your weekly work assignment. So when you get there, it's going to look exactly like this. There'll probably already be entries. This is my entry. I just copied and pasted what was on that slide right on here. Down in the bottom right-hand corner here, you'll see a plus mark. If you click on it, it will automatically create something for you. You're going to have you can do a title if you want, like DED entry or whatever. It's going to automatically put your name there. But you're right here, you're going to copy and paste the stuff from the book. And then right underneath that, you're going to copy and paste your thoughts about it. So my goal is to have everybody from 8th grade to have all of our DED entries right there so we can kind of see and get inspired and look at some of each other's thinking throughout the book. And it's a great way for me to kind of keep track of everybody's and all one big thing, one big board. Like this is something we would do if we were at school. So this is just a digital form of that. So that is essentially your warm-up for today. So please make sure that you do that. Again, the link is just on Google Classroom. It's going to be, all those links that are underneath the instructions. It'll just be right on there. You'll see it. It'll say Padlet. All right. So let's go back to our, and this is new. So if it's a little, it's pretty easy to do, but if you're having issues, just leave a comment on the assignment or a private comment. Send me a text, give me a call, ask for a Google Meet. We can do it together, any of that stuff. All right, so let's move into kind of what we're doing today for our activity practice. What we're going to be working on is taking the work that we did last week and building on it. You know how much I love to do that. So I can't see, my face is right in the way. So this is some reminders about expository writing. We had started working on this as we were leaving. So just a really quick reminder. So expository writing is writing where you're provided, that's not grammatically correct. You're providing, not provided. Why did I do that past tense? Is there ever going to be a day where I don't make some glaring error? I mean, come on. It's because I'm working too fast and I've got 8 billion things going on. That's my excuse. Not a good one, but it's an excuse. So expository writing is writing where you're providing evidence to explain a topic. So you're explaining something. So expository essays state what you're going to prove, provide clear evidence that gives proof for what you're stating, and each paragraph should only try to prove one thing. So the nice thing about expository writing is you're not trying to persuade or convince anybody of anything. It's just literally like, here are the facts. Here's the evidence that proves that thing. So it's kind of very clear writing, and for many people, they find it the easiest to write because it's just, you're not trying to use like really strong emotional words. You're using just logic and reason in order to like present the information, because that's all expository writing is. It's just presenting information. So this is what your this is what the activity practice is today. So we're practicing our expository writing. So this is going to go in the activity practice section of your Wednesday/Thursday section of your weekly work form. So choose one of the character traits you think Isabel possesses and write a paragraph that provides evidence to back that character trait up. So you are telling me what the character trait is, and then you are giving me the evidence that shows that character trait. Last week, you had on your weekly work form, I asked you to give character traits that you would give Isabel. Use that work that you've already done. And then you had to, for your third bullet point on your weekly work form, you had to provide like an example that showed one of those traits. So you've already done this. You've already done a piece of this. So now it's just about putting it together. So again, the work that you're doing is you're providing a character trait, and then you're giving evidence that shows that character trait. So here are some more detailed directions. It needs to be written in paragraph form. So this is not bullet points. It has to have complete sentences and proper grammar. So we're practicing our good writing, and it should have 2 pieces of evidence. So 2 actions that Isabel did that showed that character trait, and be at least 4 sentences long. So a proper paragraph should never be fewer than 4 sentences. So you should have 4 sentences in this practice paragraph. All right, so I have an example of this. Let's take a look. So here's the character trait that I'm using. It's loyalty. And the 2 examples that I'm going to use to show that loyalty is when Isabel takes the slap for Ruth right at the beginning of the book, when Madam's like protecting her trunk that she claims is full of undergarments, but it's actually like full of gold. And then when in chapter 31, when Lady Seymour's house is on fire and she chooses to help Lady Seymour and ends up dropping Ruth's doll, so kind of sacrificing something that was important to her in order to save Lady Seymour. So this is an example of how I would put those bullet points together, right? So this might be something that you had from your last week's work. So now how do we combine all that together to make a good paragraph? So throughout chains, one characteristic that Isabel demonstrates over and over is loyalty. She will do anything to protect the people she cares about, even if it is at her own expense. So there's my character trait. Now here I got to move into my 2 examples. For example, in chapter 5, Ruth giggles at Madam when Madam is trying to protect her trunk. Isabel takes the blame for Ruth's laughter, which leads to her getting slapped and publicly humiliated. Isabel was willing to protect Ruth no matter what. There's example number 1. Additionally, there's my transition word to go into my next example. Additionally, in chapter 31, Lady Seymour's house is on fire and Isabel helps her outside, even leaving behind Ruth's doll in the process. Because Lady Seymour had shown kindness to Isabel in the past, Isabel was willing to sacrifice something that was important to her, Ruth's doll, in order to save Lady Seymour. So that is a very clear paragraph that shows 2 examples of times that Isabel showed loyalty in the book. There's loads of times that Isabel shows loyalty. It's one of her massive character traits. But those are 2 kind of really strong examples that show that loyalty. So that's what I'm asking you to do for this activity practice. You're choosing one of those traits, one of those character traits that you've already done from last week's work, and then giving me 2 examples, and then putting all that together in 1 paragraph. All right, it needs to be a minimum of 4 sentences. It has to have proper grammar, spelling, punctuation. Use your tools on Google Docs. And please make sure they're complete sentences. I really don't want bullet points for this. All right, so again, I just want to make sure that we're practicing good paragraph writing, that you feel very confident if you were asked to write a paragraph, that you know exactly what to do, exactly how to do that. So that's what one of the big things that we're going to continue to practice is our practicing good writing skills. So that is all I have for you today. I really hope this video wasn't that long. Okay. Yeah. Here's our exit ticket. What character trait do you think you have in common with Isabel, and why do you think that? So Isabel has lots and lots of traits, so I want to see how you are like Isabel. And then underneath that exit ticket, write down any questions that you have. Again, I'm going to be sending out that attendance check-in form on Wednesday. You can complete it anytime Wednesday and Thursday, but it is due by Thursday. All right, let me stop sharing. All right, guys, hope you're doing well. I'm hoping, thinking, debating about doing a Google Meet just to quickly check in with you at the beginning of the period on Wednesday and Thursday. So I've enjoyed seeing your faces for those of you that I have done Google Meets with. Hope you're doing well. If you need anything from me, please let me know. I'm here for you. I hope you attend our fun Google Meet that we're going to be doing on Friday. Those of you that did join on this past Friday, I was really grateful. And we're going to do something a little different than Kahoot. So be well. I'm thinking about you. All right. Bye, guys.